Flowers blossoming, lotuses blossoming. They discard themselves from blossoming state, discard the discarding itself. Being realms of existence, realms within the mind, realms within Dharma attainment, from the lowest hell realms to the Brahma realms, is derived from variations of maintaining of the mind. Maintaining variously in different states of mind, whether it's lightness, heaviness, or neutrality. Maintaining in a way with fulfillment is also different, but still realms of existence. In this way, one cannot help anyone, and there is period of time of paying back. At times it will be ended, but for sure it will drag oneself across Buddha eras. It's difficult to get out of it, because there is just emphasizing on the same states of mind on and on in such a way, emphasizing with such states of mind. That kind of period of taking on such states of mind will drag oneself for a long period of time. The question is, however, one can cut off the external perception, and everything that comes into contact, it can be cut off. Luang Por said it can do, but it cannot cut off itself, the knower itself. There's still itself that remains, which will be the point, the center point of taking on all the samsara at large. It cannot be within oneself for too long. At times, it will have to take on samsaras. So dissolve such identity, because at times it's impossible to avoid samsara. It's not yet dissolving itself. Blossoming, discarding itself is not maintaining the blossoming state. The substantial itself will be ended when the discarding itself is continuous. Let go of the letting go itself, then it will be ended. Oneself or itself is the maintaining itself, is the delusive attachment actually. The attributes of maintaining and holding on is the attributes of the delusive attachment. There is no true self. There is just the delusive attachment that is familiar to hold on to such a thing, to such state of mind. When there is a release, the release of the delusive attachment actually. The discarding itself must remind oneself of this essence. Discard the discarding itself, then it will release from the maintaining of the mind. All the maintaining that is there is the delusive attachment that is acting on it. Discard the discarding itself. There is no need to emphasize on the knowing, the looking. There is no need to emphasize on checking anything. It's there, but don't emphasize on it. Because of the training, that's why it's become automatic. Therefore, just remind of essence of the discarding itself. There is no need to know. It will discard the knowing, actually. Discard the discarding itself. Automatically, it will discard the knowing. Don't use the knowing to emphasize on knowing. Otherwise, it will not release up from itself. Because the delusive attachments dominating the knowing. So discard the discarding itself. This will have nothing to do with knowing or not knowing. Just discard the discarding itself. Let go of the letting go itself. Listen to that which has nothing to do with knowing or not knowing. Because the delusive attachment dominating the knowing. Must use the reminder to remind oneself with the essence. Let go of the letting go itself. Discard the discarding itself. There is no need to discard anything. There is no need to discard the knowing or the mind. Discard the discarding itself. Continue to remind oneself with this essence. Then there will be gradual purification. That's all. Discard the discarding itself. There is no need to try to discard anything. You have to remind yourself constantly, because it is the reminder that is guiding the way. Without the reminder, you'll be familiar with the habitual pattern of sunken into one's own state of mind. It will be impossible to get out and having the pressure of the wailing within there, which is going to be realm of existence for a lengthy time. This intention is the intention for an exit of the mind. Discard the discarding itself. There is no need to discard anything. There is no need to discard the internal or the external. No need to try to discard anything. Just remind oneself constantly with the essence of discard the discarding itself. First of all, it will cut off the pressure within any state of mind. That means there is an unwinding already. The habit of delusive attachment that is maintained will be broken down, just like flowers that is blossoming and discarding the blossoming state. It will be like that. So remind yourself with the essence constantly. Discard the discarding itself. There is no need to try to discard any state of mind or the mind. Let go of the letting go itself. Let go of the letting go itself. There is no need to try to let go of anything. Let go of the letting go itself. Remind yourself often. Every time there will be the unwinding automatically, whether you know or not. The unwinding is there. The unwinding will happen without you knowing, without checking. There is no need to look for certainty. Discard the discarding itself is an answer already. There is no need to try to understand anything in whatever ways, because that's going to be emphasizing on the knowing that is returning to viccha and vicha. Nibbana is not the result of anything. Nibbana is not a status. Emptiness is not a status. Emptiness has no status. Emptiness is not emptiness itself. There is no need to check, because it's gonna be just a delusion within checking, circling within itself, trying to understand or not understand. It's just a delusion. You cannot find anything. Use understanding towards something that is not about anything is impossible. Emptiness is not about anything. It's not even emptiness itself. It cannot be used understanding with the emptiness. Otherwise, it's gonna be a circling of titti, of opinions and meanings. This is the answer. Otherwise, you're gonna just use interpretations on your own, assuming on your own. Often use reminders. Otherwise, you'll be pleased with such state. You cannot exit. This is the intention to exit. The reminder is doing that. Is the intention as a kind of exiting from the intention itself.
การมีสติเรื่อยๆจะไม่ใช่การภาวนานี่แหละเป็นลักษณะของ
This is the reminder that purifies itself. Is not recitation commonly that they have done in the way of karma. This is unwinding from the unwinding itself. Therefore, each reminder will give unwinding from itself. It will discard unwinding itself. It's unlike the common recitation that they are doing, because they are grasping. They're doing it for attainment. Therefore, there is no unwinding. The worldlings are doing it because they want something from it. Therefore, there is no unwinding. It's unlike the reminders of the Buddha's Mahaparami. They are the reminder that discards itself, doesn't grasp itself, it unwinds from itself. It's the reminder of the exit. It's called the reminders of the exit. Intention to exit is the same thing. When you remind of let go of the letting go itself, it will be like that accordingly. Let go of the attempt to let go. That means it let go of itself. Discard the discarding itself. It will go accordingly. There will be no attempt to try to let go of anything or to discard anything whatsoever, internally or externally. It discards the discarding itself accordingly. It will not be in other ways. There is no need to check the result, because the true result doesn't exist. This is not as you think, the path to enlightenment and the result. The true result doesn't exist at all. Nibbana is not considered as a result of anything. The result is there, is the result of the samudaya, the cause of suffering. Unwinding like this, like that, but the unwinding doesn't release from itself. It's still a result. Unwinding doesn't discard itself. Therefore, there is still a result from it. But Nibbana is not a result of anything. Therefore, there is no need to search for it, because you cannot find it. Because the true result doesn't exist. There is just a searching that is there. There is no need to for anyone to guarantee the result of anything. There is no status, truly. In other words, it's called emptiness or no traces. Discarding itself. When you are pleased with any state of mind, that's a recitation, a meditation is always repeating, emphasizing on such state of mind, maintaining it. That is the recitation for attainment. That is the content of the recitation for attainment. That's why it's like that. But this is not about grasping. So the discarding itself, ending. It's unlike recitation for attainment. To be like this, to be like that. Having state of mind, having attributes. That is recitation. This is discard the discarding itself.
ทิ้งตัวทิ้งเอง
Discard the discarding itself.
ต้องมีสติเรื่อย
Have to remind oneself constantly because it's the reminder that exists from itself.
ๆดอกไม้ไม่ใช่แค่บาน
Flowers are not just blossoming. The blossoming state discards itself as well.
ถ้าเราไปทรงอยู่
If you maintaining it, it will be just budding. It become realm of existence. Realm of existence is budding, is not blossoming. Because blossoming, it has to be blossom out of realms of existence of the mind and Dharma attainments. Realms is the dwelling.
ภาวะนั่นเป็นภูมิ
The dwelling is the realms.
ตัวอาศัยคืออุปทาน
The dwelling itself is the delusive attachment, the maintaining
อุปทานกับสภาวะ
and relying on any states of mind, of states of Dharma attainment is the realms of existence of the delusive attachments. It's not a realms of anyone, but of the delusive attachments. It belongs to the delusive attachment itself.
เพราะฉะนั้นดอกบัวทุกดอก
Therefore,
ไม่ใช่แค่ดอกบัวบาน
every lotus
ที่บาน
is discard the blossoming
ตัว
state.
ทิ้งเอง
Is discard itself.
คลายไม่เอาคลายเอง
The unwinding doesn't grasp itself, no grasping for the non-grasping itself.
มันไม่ใช่แค่ไม่เอา
This is not just about not wanting or not grasping. No grasping for the non-grasping itself.
มันไม่ใช่แค่ไม่เอา
This is not just about not wanting. No grasping for the non-grasping itself.
มันไม่ใช่แค่ทิ้งอะไร
This is not just about discarding something. Discard the discarding itself. That's blossoming, discarding the blossoming state. This is not just blossoming out of budding or from something or letting go of anything. Let go of letting go itself. Discard the discarding itself. Remind oneself as such.
ไม่เป็นเพราะเป็นภูมิ
Then it will not become realm of existence. It will be without flaw. That is purifying samsara. Is not the system of mindfulness, concentration, contemplation,
ไม่ใช่เอก
insight. Is not single-mindedness as they understood.
มันจะกลายเป็นว่างล้าง
It will turn into purifying through the emptiness. It is a great compassion for samsara.
ในที่สุดจะเป็นอย่างนี้
Eventually, it will be like this.
ทิ้งตัวทิ้งเอง
Discard the discarding itself. Let go of the letting go itself often.
อย่าไปทิ้งอะไร
Don't discard anything. Don't let go of anything. Let go of the letting go itself. Remind oneself constantly. And it will be accordingly. Whatever you think, it will be accordingly.
ออกจากความคิดเองมันก็
If thought release from thought itself, the intention of exit will be exactly as such.
มันดำริอย่างไรมันก็มักจะ
Whatever one think of or having intention of, it will be accordingly.
ใช้การดำริอย่างเดียว
Use the intention.
พยายามทิ้งอย่าใช้การพยายามทิ้ง
Don't try to discard.
ทิ้งตัวทิ้งเอง
Discard the discarding itself is not about discarding something.
ตัวใคร
Unwind the unwinding itself without grasping for the unwinding. This is not just unwinding from something. It's not like blossoming out of budding.
ทิ้งบาน
It's actually blossoming out of blossoming state, not just from the
จ
budding.
ริงๆมันไม่ใช่แค่ทิ้งจากอะไรมันทิ้งตัวทิ้ง
The true thing is that discard from discarding itself. It's not just letting go of something. Let go of the letting go itself. Then there is ending. Then it will be by nibbana as it is. And use nibbana as it is for samsara. It will turn into purification of the emptiness for samsara.
ตัวไม่เกี่ยวเองกันอยู่
Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself is as it is, as
ไม่
always.
ใช่เองอยู่แล้ว
No is not no itself as
ไม่
always.
ใช่ไม่ใช่กันแบบ
This is not about yes or no in whatever
เกี่ยว
ways,
กันแบบไหนอีก
or uninvolved or not involved, involved in whatever ways. Let go of the letting go itself as it is.
ที่มันละตัวละเองอยู่แล้วอะ
It is as it is, as always. Let go of the letting go itself as it is.
ก็ส่วนมากมันจะเป็นคลายแค่บาน
Most of the time they stuck with blossoming state and budding state, but no one is realized that blossoming has to discard itself,
แค่บาน
not just limited to just blossoming stage or just unwinding stage. Detachment doesn't grasp itself. Liberation doesn't grasp itself. This is the great compassion.
กลายเป็นว่างล้างสังสารวัฏ
Is the purification of the emptiness in that instant.
มัน มันไม่ใช่พ้นแค่พ้น
This is not just liberation for the sake of liberation,
หลุดไม่เอา
detachments for the sake of detachments.
พ้นไม่เอา
There is no grasping for detachments or liberation. That's why it becomes great compassion that is spreading out all by itself, purifying through the emptiness all by itself.
ใช่การดำรินะ
We have to use the intentions. It will come out as such, accordingly.
มันจะปลดล็อกให้ทั้งหมด
It will unlock everything.
ละตัวละเองมันจะปลด
Let go of the letting go itself will unlock all about let go or not letting go.
ละไม่ละเนี่ยมันเป็นคติ
This is
ปล
just
ดล็อกคติตัวนี้ให้
a belief
แค่ละแค่ไม่ละ
about let go or not letting go.
ตัวละเองแล้วทีนี้มันก็ไม่เกี่ยวกับละไม่ละละ
Letting go of the letting go itself, it will have nothing to do with letting go or not letting go already.
ล้างสังสารวัฏไปเรียกว่า
This is the boundlessness or Mahasunyata Nibbana, purifying samsara.
ไม่ใช่แค่วิมุตติ
This is not just about vimutti,
ไม่ใช่แค่
deliverance or liberation or just putting down or just unwinding. This is Mahasunyata, purifying samsara.
เนื้อหาองค์มหาบารมีทั้งนั้น
The essence of the Mahaparami that is given to use with samsara from the past until now, continuously.
ไม่ยึดตัวไม่ยึดเอง
No attached to the non-attachment itself is not just about not attached to anything. It is non-attachment, not attached to the non-attachment as it is, as always.
ไม่เกี่ยวตัวไม่เกี่ยวเอง
Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself, as it is, as always.
ไม่ต้องไปไม่เกี่ยวกันแบบ
There is no need to uninvolve to anything in whatever ways. Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself, as it is.
อย่างนี้มันก็คลาย
In this way, unwinding is already
ความ
there
เป็นภูมิ
from being realm of existence.
นั่นแหละที่เรียกว่าภพ
That is called
32 ชั้นภพ
the 32 realms of
จาก
existence,
การทรงนี่แหละ
which is derived from maintaining of the
จาก
mind.
เอกสภาวะ
From the single-mindedness onwards, whatever the mind that is maintained is considered as samsara, as realm of existence.
ละตัวละเอง
Discarding the discarding itself as it is, as always. Let go of the letting go
แล้วตลอด
as it is, as
อยู่
always.
แค่ละไม่ละ
Let not be stuck with just letting go or not letting go. Discard or not discard.
กันอยู่แล้วตลอด
Discard the discarding itself as it is, as always.
ดำริที่จบใน
This is the intention that gives ending to itself.
พร้อมกัน
Both ending and helping through ending is simultaneous. This is the intention of the great compassion, the intention that gives ending to itself, that is without flaw in itself, that gives ending to itself.
จบและจบช่วย
Ending and helping through ending is proceeding simultaneously. Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself as always. Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself as it is, as always.
มันกลายเป็นไม่มีขอบเขต
It turns into the boundlessness.
จะไม่มาอยู่แค่เกี่ยวไม่เกี่ยว
It will not be stuck with just involvement or involvement. It is the boundlessness, which is the Mahasunyata itself.
ดังนั้นคำว่ามหาสุญญตา
Therefore, the word Mahasunyata
คือสิ่งที่เรียกว่าว่างล้างสังสารวัฏ
purifying samsara through the emptiness.
มันจะต่างกับโลกิยาวิสัย
It's different than the worldly
ต่างกับ
habits
การบำเพ็ญเอาการปฏิบัติ
from practicing for attainment. It's different.
โลกิยามันเริ่มต้นในการ
Worldly habits begins with grasping, practicing for attainment. But for the Lokutara, for the ultimate truth, is discard from discarding itself. That's the
โลกิ
beginning.
ยาเนี่ยมันเริ่มต้นในการปฏิบัติเอาคือเอาตัวปฏิบัติเอาตัวปฏิบัติเจริญเอาตัวเจริญ
The worldly habits, they are just practicing for grasping, for attainment.
แต่ของโลกุตระ
But for the ultimate truth, is discarding from the discarding
ละ
itself.
ตัวละเอง
let go of the letting go itself, discard the discarding itself. This is different, huh?
โลกิยะยังมีหน้ามือมีหลังมือ
The worldly habits still have
ใช่มันกระทั่งตัวไม่ใช่
two sides of a coin.
ไม่เกี่ยวกับหน้ามือหลังมือมันไม่เกี่ยว
But
กับกระทั่งตัวไม่
the ultimate truth has nothing to do with the two sides. Uninvolved within the uninvolved itself is so different. It's discard the discarding itself, let go of the letting go itself. ไม่ได้ไปละอะไรด้วย This is not about letting go of anything either. Let go of the letting go itself.
ถ้าไปละอะไรก็ยังวนเวียน
To let go of anything, it's still circling within letting go or not letting go, on and on.
ละผสมพันธุ์กัน
This is the blending of the worldly ways and the beyond way.
มันไม่ใช่การไปคอย
This is not about attempting to let go or not letting go of anything.
ฐานะไปคอยละ
If you are in that status,
ละโลกิยะผสม
it's the blending of both ways.
อริยะกับบุคคล
That's why it's called the worldly people and the noble people.
อริยะแต่ยังมีเชื้อความ
The noble ones still having the seed of the beings that is overlaying there
อุตระนี่ละ
with the attempt to let go.
ไม่ใช่ไปคอยละแต่นั้นต้องผ่านหมด
So we have to bypass both worldly habits and noble habits.
คือไม่ใช่ทั้งอริยะไม่ใช่ทั้ง
Neither is about the worldlings or the noble ones.
แค่เนี้ยโอเคละการเริ่มของโลกุตระเหมือนกั
The
บไม่ได้เริ่ม
beginning of the
มัน
beyond
ไม่เหมือนกับโลของ
is
โลกิยะ
not really beginning, unlike the worldlings. They always emphasizing
แต่การเริ่มของโลกุตระ
to overlay on top of beginning.
มันละตัวละเอง
For the beyond is let go of the letting go itself, discard the discarding itself. How can there be any beginning? That's purifying the attempt to begin or to end.
ต้องฟังดีๆนะ
Listen well.
ของโลกุตระจริงๆเนี่ย
For the beyond
เขาละตัวละเอง
is the let go of the letting go itself. It's not about trying to let go of anything. That is the
ตัว
true,
ละเองเขาไม่ได้
the truth of the beyond.
ไม่ได้เอาละไปคอยละอะไร
They don't use the let go to try to let go of anything. The worldlings, they just emphasizing on grasping and grasping and grasping.
แค่นี้ก็บานทิ้งบาน
That's it. Already blossoming, discarding the blossoming state.
เป็นคำตอบกระสังสารวัตรนะ
Is the answer for samsara, for every questions,
สังสารวัตร
for samsara, the answer that gives ending, that enables ending. ที่มันละตัวละเองกันอยู่แล้วอะที่มันทิ้งตัว Letting go of the letting go itself is as it is, as always. Discard the discarding itself is as it is, as always, as always.
ไม่ยึดตัวไม่ยึดเองก็
Not attached to the non-attachment itself is as it is, as always.
จะไป
This is not about trying to not attach to anything or trying to let go of anything.
ไม่ใช่จะไปคอยทิ้งอะไร
This is not about trying to discard anything because that is not true discarding. Because it's not yet discard the discarding itself or the attempt to discard itself.
ที่มันไม่ยึดตัวไม่ยึดเอง
Not attached to the non-attachments is as it is forever, as it is.
ที่มันไม่ยึดตัวไม่ยึดเองกันอยู่แล้วตลอด
use the reminder thoroughly. Let go of the letting go itself as it is. Discard the discarding itself is as it is, as always. Practicing for attainment, it becomes the samudai is the form of realm of existence, always preoccupied. Is the creator of realms of existence, creating conditions, creating states of mind. That is the creator. The practice itself is the creator. When there is a creator, then the one who creates will have to take on what one created. Until the discard will discard itself. To be obsessed, to discard something on and on is the blending of the worldlings and the noble ones' acts. Discard the discarding itself. This is not about discarding the mind. It's not about letting go of the mind or any state of mind. Let go of the letting go itself. When discard the discarding itself, let go of the letting go itself, there is no need to try to let go of anything. You'll be able to help those who lead them to be stuck. When they think of you, they will be released automatically. If always practice for attainment, there will be a bounce back. If the leaders already unwound, the followers will be reflected. If they still trying to grasp anything, it will bounce back to themselves. However, it will affect one another. This is not about trying to correct anything. However, the minds already linked towards one another already. The mind that holds the space has the essence of let go of the letting go itself, not maintaining the mind itself already. It will reach the followers' minds accordingly. The infinite force will reach everyone accordingly to the lines of leaders and followers. So just share the compassion and great compassion with the essence of let go of the letting go itself all together for everything. In this way, the infinite force will help unwind for each other. It will reach each other, helping through ending all together. Proceed simultaneously with everything with the essence of let go of the letting go itself. This is the great compassion for one another. Just proceed simultaneously is okay already. Through the gates of perception, that's already the Mahakaruna. Let go of the letting go itself. Let go of the letting go itself is as it is. Discard the discarding is as it is. Mind from mind itself is as it is. When it's proceeded simultaneously, is the great compassion that is proceeded. There are no steps at all. The word simultaneity is already a blessing in itself. Ending and helping through ending is already there. It's done. Offer the great blessed fortune of let go of the letting go itself simultaneously. Those who are deludedly practicing and maintaining, they will be blocked. However, it's temporary. They will just step back. It's up to the blessers. The blesser must offer this essence of let go of the letting go itself simultaneously. Those who still grasping from the practice, once they suffering, they will just unwind accordingly, anyhow.